Well, hello. Today I thought I'd just give you a little update of some fun things that we did. Yesterday was Thursday, we went to the 411 yard sale, which is a 250-mile long yard sale on Highway 411. It runs through Alabama, Georgia, and Tennessee. We picked it up in Rome, Georgia, which is near where we live, and then followed it southwest over into Alabama. And that was plenty for us to fill up the truck, and we didn't even spend half of what I had allocated for the day, which is great. We ran out of room first. I told my husband next time we're going to hook the trailer up and take it with us. But so I thought I would show you a little bit of what we got, because quite a bit of it you'll be seeing in future videos. Because I was really on a hunt for treasures, for craft supplies. So you probably see a good part of this in future videos, but I can tell you it's going to take me months to get through all of this stuff that we got. I'm not even sure that I've got it all here so that you can see it. But I'm going to go through it real quick just to give you an idea. All right, down here on the bottom next to my little dog, that's a purse. It looks practically brand new. It was a little schmutzy inside, where, when women use purses, they end up with little bits of dust and stuff. There's my other dog. Cody, move. I have 3 dogs. Okay. But it was a nice purse. I liked the length of the straps. I don't like to have them dangle so far that they're swinging around my hips. I like to have them so I can kind of tuck my arm down and hold them. My daughter says it's the way an old lady carries her purse, but hey, I'm an old lady. I found this neat little wicker caddy. The handle on it needs repairing, and I think the whole thing needs a little bit of an update. So we will work on that on a future date. This set of orange things here is actually a shelf. It has these little plastic pieces that you hook it all up to. Makes kind of a cube shelf. I didn't even notice those parts of it when I found it. It was just a really nice screen, made of a really nice screen kind of thing. And my first thought was drying herbs, because we wild harvest herbs out here all of the time, and I end up with pans of them all over the house on just about every surface, drying, and it gets to be a bit of a problem. So if I can rig something up so that these can stack, a couple of inches apart, maybe with just some little blocks of wood or something, then I can keep it all vertical in one spot. There's 4 books from a Time Life series. They're on the Civil War. We're getting ready to homeschool our children after this semester ends, after Christmas break. So I saw them as some good historical information when we study the Civil War. I grabbed a lot of baskets from this one sale. This guy was making deals left and right. He had them priced at like $2 a piece, but I think I got, if you had added it up, it would have been about $20 worth that I got for maybe, $10, just because he wanted to move it. They took up a lot of room on his table, and he was wanting to unload more stuff. Got a pretty vase back there. And that goes with my home decor, so that will be staying here at the house. A whole box of these brand new plaster ornaments that haven't been painted. They were wrapped up in Michael's bags. There's over 100 of them. These are little Santas. There's some little snowmen that are just like the Santas. There's these snow globe things with Santa walking in them, and snow globe ones with Christmas tree. There's some snowflakes that have a place to put a photo. Let's see, his hip up's this way. So we're going to do a few of them in a video with an idea that I have for them. The extras, if the kids don't want to paint them, I may stick them up in the Etsy shop. So keep an eye out. Over here, I really like this pot and this little cast iron pot, so I got those. And then this lady had a bunch of these discs that I think she had bought at a craft store to use and just never used. So I grabbed those. She was offering them real cheap because she was just going to throw them in her burn pile at home. This is a wood disc that somebody had already painted. I'm going to sand that off and do something different on it. Here's a wood piece. It's been shellacked, but I can sand that and do something with it. So, you know, it's just a matter of finding the things, you know, seeing things and seeing other things you can do with them. I've been watching a lot of videos on making jewelry out of stainless steel flatware. So, since these were really cheap, they were all mismatched pieces that they had, and mostly knives, which is what I was really looking for. I just grabbed the whole handful and made her an offer. I got a big box, the box that all of those little those little plaster ornaments came in, had some styrofoam balls in the bottom of it, and a bunch of paper doilies. It had a bunch of cookie cutters and some paper mache ornaments that somebody had made and never painted, never finished. It had these, and that's the way I do it usually, is I'll find things, I'll go and I'll pick through the tables and find things and make like a big pile or a big box full, and then I'll make an offer for the whole box, and I'll come out ahead that way. These are these little emoji graduation party favors. So they were in that box with the other craft stuff. I figure we can figure something to do with those. I got some dominoes. It's not a full set. It was missing 2 dominoes, so that took it down. She was asking $1 for it, but when I told her how many dominoes were in it, and she realized it was not a complete set, she gave it to me for $0.25. So I got the dominoes, which we're going to do some altered dominoes, and then the neat tin that we can do something with. In here, at one of the stops that we made, there was a whole bunch of booths in a park. And in the park was an oak tree that was given these really nice size acorns. We have to go all the way back into the back of our property, which is 20 acres, to find an oak tree to give the large acorns. Most of the oak trees that we have give those really tiny little pinky-sized acorns. So we picked up a bag of those. Here's the paper mache ornaments that somebody made. The kids are going to have some fun painting those. We'll do those on video. I got this ivy ball, which I wasn't really interested in the ivy ball, but inside the ivy ball were these glass marbles. And I got another bag full of glass marbles. So we're going to do a video on making the glass marbles into glass chips to use in our resin. And then there was this broken flower, looks like hydrangea, which we're going to take apart and do some fun things with that. There was a little box with some little shells, which I thought was really nice. I've looked at these at the Dollar Tree and just never picked them up. So I got that, plus I got the little jar. And my daughter had this one find when I was negotiating for the big box with all of the craft supplies in it. I'm on video, honey. She pointed out this Christmas basket, which was full of all of this junk jewelry. Now, I had missed that because of the way they had it bagged up, all in little bags. It just looked like a bag of junk. But he tossed that in when he saw her looking at it for just an extra couple of dollars, and we got a ton of jewelry that we can take apart and use some really interesting beads in different ways. I didn't really see any of the jewelry that I would want to wear the way it is, but I did see a lot of potential there in craft supplies. And then one lady, the lady that I got the wood discs from, I also got some vases and things, and she had this box of flowers back at her house, which was just a few minutes away, that she had not brought because she didn't think anybody would be buying craft supplies. So while we were still shopping in their little field there, she ran back home and got it. And so we got that big box of flowers, which of course we will make good use of on a video. Let's see, I think I showed all these baskets down here. Over here behind this purse is a piece of artwork that really will go well with my home decor. I was able to get it really cheap because this metal piece in the middle is loose. It's supposed to be centered, and it's kind of sitting down on the edge. So I'm going to have to take apart the back and glue that back up into place. So I was able to get that down from $20 to $5. Okay, so over here, let's see, underneath the Christmas basket, I got a Scrabble game, missing some tiles, but again, I got it because we want to do some altered Scrabble tiles, and I didn't want to spend $20 on a Scrabble game to do that. So we were able to get that for less than $1. The place where I got the large disc with the cornucopia, the wooden piece there, also had these heart-shaped pieces of plywood that somebody had cut out probably to do some crafts with and never gotten around to. Well, we had plenty of plywood. My husband has a saw, but he doesn't have to get up and go to get out there and do a lot of cutting, so I figured go ahead, for a few pennies I could grab this and get off his back for a little bit. The vases, I got these glass vases with the lady that had the silk flowers and the wood discs. There's another one back over there. She also had this pot with a really questionable plastic flower arrangement in it, but the pot is this copper look with the feet, and it will go great with my home decor. So, and I found this antique wine bottle, which is actually very pretty, and actually it's got some value to it. I checked it out online. I haven't decided yet if I'm going to keep it or sell it. And these little Jamaican drums. The kids like to drum, and I thought this would be an interesting set to add to our collection, which you can see some of back there. And then this bottle, the lady with the flowers, when she brought the flowers back, that bottle was in the box and she didn't want it, so it went home with us. Now, if you can see back there behind the doilies, there's a little wooden frame with 4 baskets in it. One of the baskets is a little bit damaged, but I think I can cover that up with what I want to do with the whole thing. We're going to do a makeover on that. These little shadow boxes, I think that they could be brought back, given a second life with some paint and something new in the box. More baskets down there. I mentioned the cookie cutters earlier. When I say cookie cutters, I mean loads of cookie cutters. And then if you see back there, it's just, you can just see the cardstock, but it's a baggie of somebody's old Christmas cards that they had received and bagged up, I guess, to use later. So we are going to make use of those. And then there's also a candy mold of little ghosts. The strap for my phone's hanging in the way. And there's a couple of old blankets in here. I'm going to wash those up and let the pets have those. They love to lay in blankets. So, and then these two, I don't know if you guys remember, these are from 1985. These little schoolhouse frames where the teachers would send it home with your picture and then the class picture down here. I have an idea to give these a little bit of new life and bring some joy into somebody's life. And then that ivy ball, remember, that had the flowers and the marbles in? We're going to do something with the ivy ball. And I think that's, oh yeah, and these are my parking lot finds. Just some old rusted metal pieces, which every time I see them in parking lots, I pick them up. Drives my husband crazy because all he sees is junk. But I see a future art project, so you may see that future art project in a video. And I think that's it. Expect to see a lot of this later on the channel. After backing out the stuff that I bought that I want to keep for myself. Oh, I got a huge, that's not even in the house yet. I got a huge old rusted wash pot from way back in like my grandmother's time that had been sitting out in somebody's yard as a flower pot, and they emptied it out and put it out in the yard sale, and we got it. It's got a crack going down the side of it, but I'm not putting liquid in it, so it doesn't matter to me. I have a collection of those. I have both of my grandmothers, and I have my great-grandmothers, and I have one that's on taller legs that I got from some good friends of mine that had bought it and then years later didn't have a place for it, and they knew that I loved them, so we have that one, and then now I have this one. So I've got quite a collection of those. My husband gets aggravated because he's like, where are you going to put it? And don't worry about it. That falls under my jurisdiction. Your jurisdiction is just go pay the man and load it in the truck. He's pretty good about that kind of stuff. So anyway, so there is our haul. The family had a great time. The kids got some great toys. I let them negotiate for their toys because they always get better prices than I do. My son got a pair of deer antlers that he doesn't have any interest in hunting, which makes me very happy, but he still is fascinated by the bones and the antlers. And somebody had a set on their table. He got them for $5. And then he got a big brand new set of Legos and one of those big transformer ones. He got a dragon, a Thai dragon stuffed animal, not the Beanie Babies, but the big ones. My daughter got a stuffed unicorn, a great big stuffed My Little Pony, a little stuffed bunny, and she got a sweater. She got a stack of activity books, and she got a pretty skirt and 2 pair of brand new sandals. No scuffs, no imprints of somebody's foot in them. I mean, they were gorgeous, brand new. Wish she were my size. But so we probably spent in total for the whole day of stuff that we got $150. We stopped at a nice restaurant and spent some money having a late lunch because we were all tired and wanted to, you know, suck down gallons of water and sit in the air conditioning for a while. But, you know, we saw a lot of people who were picnicking in their cars, and that would have been fun. We picked up we stopped in Cave Spring, which was along the route. They have a really great shop there that makes homemade fudge. And so we picked up a box of that. Everybody got to pick a flavor. And then at one of the places that we stopped, there was a food truck there that did fried pies. So everybody got to pick a flavor of fried pie. And what we do with those is everybody picks a flavor, and then later when we're home, we're going to eat them, we cut them all up, and everybody gets to try all 4 flavors. So, anyway, I know that little long giraffe behind the baskets, that's one of my dog's toys. I keep putting it away, and he kept pulling it back out, so I just gave up and said, fine, it can be in the video. So anyway, so all totaled for all of the stuff that's not something that we bought for us to keep and use is we spent probably right at $100 on craft supplies. So, and I figured I'm going to have over 30 projects out of them. So keep watch and see if you can identify what we're using out of the haul. Don't forget to like and subscribe and comment, and if you want to be notified when we have new videos, be sure and hit the notification. I don't do that for most of the ones because I subscribe to like thousands of channels, but hitting the notification does help when you're trying to build a channel. So please consider it. Thanks. Bye now.